lofted through here. Rijkaard cuts it out. Pull it. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Ronaldinho, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Aim forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, no question, that's a foul.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Neymar
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Tomiyasu attempts a clearance. Messi.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Luis Suarez. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, perfectly measured that. Nedved receives it in a good... Can he finish? And he's done it! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Oh, can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Messi. And the pass is intercepted. Interesting ball. And here's Hullet. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And they've been given a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. This is their second corner of the game. Has a go! Sticks it away! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Oh, he's been caught! Can he put it away? Oh, taken with style! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal! That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then, because they just lost sight of the real danger.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Vieira. Gavi. Gavi tries a cross. Has a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. Pull it. Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Better and better.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Pullet gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Pullet. He can get that clear. That's a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Bullets. Number 24, Neymar.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Suarez.
And he's there to belt it away.
Gavi. Coming on the field.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Number 20.
Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
He has found the way through. And he gets rid in a hurry. Nicked it back promptly. Couldn't squeeze it through. Rafael Leao! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Fiddles it through. He's got space in the area. That's an excellent interception. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Seedorf did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Schmeichel. Thuram gets across to intercept that. And it's Nedved. Seedorf. Rijkaard can get it clear. Nedved. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Nedved. Collar! Collar! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Ah, that's a fine interception. Danger averted for now. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Nedved. Oh, he's in! Real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Peter. A goal soon can bolster energy levels now.
Vieira. Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafael Leao. That has been slung wide. Good read, needed to be. Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Thuram cuts out the pass. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He gets big! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Liverpool have their third corner. And that is expertly dealt with. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Gullit. Oh, just skips past his man. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Gullit.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Messi. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Thuram has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Looking to widen the gap even further here. This certainly looks up. Messi! That is delicious! A finish of true class! And they are cruising away. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So now the difference is 3. Maldini. And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Quality ball. And he cuts out the supply. De Jong. He's looking for the runner here. Well, they can break here. That's a little off target. Shifted upfield. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace. Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's looking to set free a runner. He's got away. It's anyone's ball now. And he's heaved it away.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's got to be in here. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. Still goalless. Messi, and that interception was most necessary. Yeah. And it's Bale. Played back in, and he's cut it out. That's really well manoeuvred. Yeah. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's had it taken off him. Rummenigge.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan.
He could be in here. Oh, what a ball, he's in here. Pull it. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Bale. Now it's Messi. Nedved. Rummenigge. Fiddles it through. That's been intercepted. And it's Messi. And that's Ronaldinho! And that wasn't far away.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
And that's been won straight back. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's running. It's Luis Suarez! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ronaldinho. And he's intervened well there. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now he's off and running. Maldini spots it and intercepts. That's a lovely, neat pass. Back into the middle, and he was alert to it. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Luis Suarez. Pull it. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And it's Bale. Messi. Bale. Now it's Pullet.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Ronaldinho going full steam ahead down the left flank. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Messi. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goals. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more.
Has a goal! There it is!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Luis Suarez! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
Thuram. No way through there. Interesting ball. And it's Gullit. Bale. He's played it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Aims beyond the defence. Araujo cuts out the pass.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Messi. Elbow goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Referee has just said play on. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's a nicely measured pass. Face to face. Decent hit! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Rummenigge. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rummenigge. This might spell hits one!
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Gullit. Gullit shapes to shoot! They've done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Let's make sure that's not getting through. How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is threatening to become a really good game. And the finish! He has done it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Not the most accurate pass. That is a great pick out. Real chance here. Great hit! And that was very necessary.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yeah. Now that's well seen too. So what can they make of this? Ernest. Let's pull it. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Now it's Rafael Leao. Araujo gets rid without sophistication. And here's Hullet. And that is that. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Just joining us, we are already underway. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged. And the shot! And the header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune. Look, that's one of the first things you
おい、フルパフォするやつ多すぎやろ、マジで気持ち悪いな、おめえ。ゲームの中だけで生きっとけよ。
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Messi. Disappointed with that. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ronaldinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Turns and shapes to shoot! Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Pull it. Shubaslai. Pull it. There's the shot.
ほはぁ、なんだそれマジできめえな。死ね本当に。ああ。いや、パスぐらい普通に出せよお前。そんなん出せなかったら何出せんねん。いや、決めろよバーカ、死ね。こんなフルパフォ野郎に調子乗らせんなよ。やばお前、パスも通せません。何ができるんですか。こんな万年リビニみたいなやつに負けんの。半ソのフライパス謎すぎてさあ。いや、お前前出させんなよ、バカかお前。フィジカル弱すぎだろ。君も前出てくんないんや。最初に前いたくせに。君も取れない。あらららら、ずいぶん弱いお友達がお揃いで。あ、君も奥行っちゃう。
Better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Pedri, quality ball. And it's played forward. Rummenigge. That has been cut short. And here's Pullet.
はい、ダブルタッチ出ない。はい、シュート打たない。
Of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
This is threatening to become a real...
いや、お前。
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Soboslai wins the duel this time. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a nice ball. Yeah.
は
Right card, cuts it out. Turan. Messi. Mbappe. That is a great ball. Real chance.
お前マジかよ。そんなんも決めらんねえんかよ、ザコ。いつになったら決めてくれんのマジ。それも取れない。じゃ何が取れんだお前は。はあ？きっしょそれで。
Either side holding back here. It has been quite a half this.
Well, it's still anyone's game as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
And we are already promptly back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the
パスぐらい普通に出して。
as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Mbappe at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
This has become one superb game of football.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
やばいやばい。
Well intercepted.
やばすぎ。 やばすぎ。ガクガクガクガクしとるで。なんで俺がこんなんなんの？意味がわからんて。は？ やばすぎやばすぎ。それも取れない。キモすぎるって。
A little undercooked. Yeah. Messi. Pull it. He can run onto that.
もうゴミすぎだろ。
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
クソ電波がよ。
Seem to be in considerable discomfort. Do hope it's nothing serious. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in this chance. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
はあ、キモすぎ。
Changement. Le numéro 23.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 10. Messi. Le numéro 5. Ronaldinho. À leur place, le numéro 42. Yaya Touré. Le numéro 24. Bale. Le numéro 6. Le numéro
That's what you call inspired goalkeeping. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gently done. That's been cut out, well played.
それも取れないのね。
Maldini makes the interception. Yaya Toure. Rummenigge.
Lunas really added the width there thanks to his willingness to
いや、
make the run.
マジ
This caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Ernest.
終わってるわ。そんなんもいけねえなんて。
Found the way through.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Rafael Leao. Great ball, and he's in here. Terrific header. Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
McTominay has delivered a really
1位だった？
行くわけないじゃないですか。
Into the last quarter of an hour.
はいはい、そ
And
れ
it's
ね。
Messi.
はあ、マジでゴミ。
Super ball. Oh, this looks sharp.
Paris Saint-Germain showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Vieira is there, and he can pick it up. Shot could be on. He's found a way through. But he's there to belt it away. Rafael Leao.
はあ
The most accurate pass.
いや、
Oh, that's a key interception.
キモすぎ。
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. It's a loose
マ
ball.
ジそういうの多すぎだろ。
And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He's gone forward. No luck with that dink over the top. Ernest. Bale. Bale
はあ
stood his ground
おめえの判定はゴミか。
McTominay. And it's Ribery. Ribery. He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's a mighty effort! And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
適当スルーパスのみ。じゃ適当フライパスのみで頑張ってるこの敵さん。でしょ
That's definitely not his best. Yaya Toure. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Look, there has to be
なんでそっちやん。
has to get to the other.
キモすぎるわ。
Rafael
はい、
Leao.
終わった。ああ、メッシ来ねえかな、このフルパホ野郎がよ。 即 VC 招待したるわ。
And that will be it. Well, that was intense and enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided.
ああ、ゴミゴミ。へへ、愛だけ1って。ああ、ゴミゴミ。あんなディビニに負けるんだもん。終わりや。
イライラしないようにすれば勝てるよ。
無理っすね、このゲームでイライラしないなんて。
じゃあそのまま頑張。
そうっすね。
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect